Heat mode, softmaxing, the path to mastery, bone smashing. If you aren't familiar with those terms, half of them belong to a popular Korean webtoon where fighters unlock superpowers by harnessing their own crushing self-hatred. But the others are real. They belong to a hyper-viral trend currently sweeping across social media. It's called looksmaxing. It is a rigorous pursuit of the ideal male face and body, often treating the physique like a piece of hardware to be engineered and optimized. We are watching a demographic of young men take the strict, gamified logic of fictional power scaling and apply it directly to their own cheekbones and jawlines. When a generation begins mapping their physical worth onto the mechanics of a dark fantasy, the line between self-improvement and clinical dysmorphia starts to disappear. To understand why this is catching fire, we have to look back 1.6 million years at one of our most effective survival tools, observational learning. Early humans survived by watching and mimicking. If one learned to sharpen a stone, the rest observed and reproduced it to ensure group success. Psychologists call this vicarious reinforcement. We don't need to experience a reward ourselves, we simply watch someone else get rewarded. When a model is showered in digital hearts and status for their appearance, our brains instinctively mimic them to secure the same social payoff. Modern social media algorithms exploit this ancient loop. They serve a constant stream of influencers who receive immense status and financial affection for maintaining an optimized aesthetic. This creates a direct pipeline for manosphere figures to act as these heavily rewarded role models, demonstrating what success is supposed to look like. The manosphere has effectively hijacked the oldest learning software in the human brain, repurposing an ancient survival instinct into a modern program for self-criticism. The entry point is softmaxing, basic habits like the gym, getting a better haircut, or a skincare routine. In the logic of the webtoon, this is the path to mastery, where natural growth provides a sense of control and empowerment. But algorithms demand constant escalation. When natural progress isn't enough to maintain the digital reward loop, the trend pushes users into hard-maxing. Hard-maxing involves dangerous, often unregulated physical interventions, facial reconstruction, hair transplants, and bone smashing, where individuals strike their own faces to force the bone to heal into a thicker, more masculine shape. This mirrors the fictional villains of the webtoon, characters who abandon their humanity to manufacture flawless, artificial bodies through obsession and guilt. Crossing into hard-maxing marks the transition from seeking health to engaging in a form of manufactured self-mutilation. In the webtoon, fighters enter heat mode, a state of intense physical power fueled entirely by self-hatred and a hysterical sense of being less than their opponent. The looksmaxing industry relies on that same psychological fuel. It converts the very real feelings of male loneliness and inadequacy into the energy needed to pursue an impossible physical standard. This graph illustrates where optimization hits a cognitive override. Just as a brain cannot process infinite information, the psyche cannot sustain the pressure of constant physical adaptation. The real-world fallout is an inescapable knot of clinical eating disorders, chronic anxiety, and permanent body dysmorphia. Applying an external scalpel to a feeling of internal psychological emptiness is a strategy that has no biological or mental path to success. Surviving this algorithmic pressure requires breaking the evolutionary cycle of imitation. The only stable growth is the internal development of a person, independent of an engineered physique.